Hi folks, I'm Steve Hindy with Showing Animals Respect and Kindness. This is the third and hopefully final video highlighting a call between shark investigators Stu Chaffetz and B.L. Cozad, the most prominent cockfighting representative in America. A link to our two previous videos are in the description section. Among the other outrages, we've exposed how Cozad and his supporters believe that laws against dogfighting and bestiality are unconstitutional.
So any law involving any sort of protection of an animal you think is unconstitutional?
They're all unconstitutional, every one of them.
Including the bestiality laws?
Going all the way back to the Animal Welfare Act of 1966.
But you understand that includes bestiality laws too.
I understand.
And how Cozad has an unhealthy fascination with Nazis, and how an author of a research paper on Nazis, misrepresented by Cozad, came to call Cozad a lunatic. In this final video, we're going to expose Cozad's emotional breakdown when we brought up his vile, terroristic threats against a woman, and how Cozad stated that cockfighters want to kill and maim animal activists. This was particularly ironic and satisfying, as Cozad had said it was people against cockfighting who act on emotions.
Again, I think anyone who compares criminal, illegal cockfighting, where no one's been, again, the only killings that I know of.
There is no criminal cockfighting, you dumbass.
Of course it is.
Cockfighting laws are unconstitutional. Any law that is unconstitutional is actually an illegal law, period. And that means the enforcement of the illegal law is an illegal act by the government.
Do you want to take a breath? Because you're being far too emotional.
Hey, get you a pencil and a piece of paper, because I'm going to explain this to you to where even your dense ass can understand it.
Okay, I'll tell you what. I want to do something. Let's count to 10 together, okay?
Get you a pencil.
Come on, 10. We're going to count backwards. 9, until you calm down.
Pencil and a piece of
I need
paper.
you to calm down and not be so emotional.
Really ignorant, and you need an education, and I'm going to give you one in about. I'm just going to have you draw out a diagram, and when I get through having you draw out the diagram, I will explain the diagram to you, and so you can stop being ignorant.
Well,
okay?
Again, I'm talking to someone who just said that even though things are illegal and they've been, cockfighting has been fought in courts and it's been justified as being illegal. So you don't seem to have a great track record with that. So I'm just saying that you seem to be very emotional.
Actually, I have a really, really good track record with that.
Then why is it still illegal? Well, how many cockfighters have been murdered by police during a cockfight?
The only reason it hasn't happened so far is because cockfighters are farmers and ranchers. They are very, very good, honest, hard-working people. They're not criminals.
But they are criminals if they violate the law.
No, they're not criminals.
Do you not understand how that definition works?
You don't understand.
If you commit a crime, you're a criminal.
You don't understand that you're a terrorist?
Well, of course I'm not. Well, let's talk about that for a second, because here's what I've not done. I have never...
You are advocating for the government to go out and perform acts of terrorism for you.
But they haven't, though.
You just heard B.L. Cozad try to call us terrorists. Like communism, it's a word he throws out when he's losing an argument. The problem for old B.L. is that he actually has his own terrorism problems. This is a long section because Cozad just buries himself deeper and deeper in his own insanity. To preface this, we told Cozad that we would debate him in his home state of Oklahoma at the Lawton Municipal Courthouse.
That's the location where you called up the municipal clerk's office. And talking about being a terrorist, you said to her that you were so angry about a traffic citation that you said to her, asked if you were going to have to start shooting up the courthouses like they're doing in Hungary.
No.
And then obviously this woman was...
What I said, and understand what I said, was absolutely taken out of context by this woman, another...
If you're going to start shooting up...
Little woman, because what I said was, and I've got the documentation and things, what I stated was, now I understand why people or shoot up courthouses.
Okay, you don't realize how that's a terroristic threat you just made, basically? So when you told them, and you spoke to the detective as well, you said, I'm not going to jail, I won't be arrested, but then they have the mugshot of you. So clearly, why did you tell him that you carry a gun at all times, you won't be arrested? You told the court that you understand, you're saying you understand why people shoot up courthouses? I mean, to understand violence, I mean, that's a terrorist.
I'm a private investigator. I carry a gun all the time. Do you understand what
But do you understand that you are, by definition, a terrorist?
Do you understand what it takes to get a license as a private investigator and all the classes and schooling and the money you got to pay and things? I'm not going to give that up, and I'm not going to be arrested and all that shit over $100 after damn traffic ticket.
So, but how did they get the mugshot of you? Were you arrested?
No, I was arrested. Yeah.
Okay, so when you said I'm not going to jail, I won't be arrested, that was
just like Stephen.
That was just like blow.
Stevie was arrested whenever he took and flew the plane over the.
Yeah, but do you understand? He never threatened to kill anybody like you. So you think it's okay to scare girls and women by telling them you understand why shooting up courthouses?
You're a dumbass.
I'm
tried to scare the damn girl. Nobody tried to scare a girl. It's just she's easily scared, and for whatever reason, I don't know why.
I'll tell you the reason. Because you said you understand why shooting up courthouses, why people murder other people. Why would you say that to another human being unless there is some kind of threat involved in there? I mean, I think any normal person would look at that and do exactly what you did.
I understand why cops get frustrated and want to put their neck on somebody's neck. They want to put their knee on somebody's neck.
You understand that?
The frustration. That doesn't mean I would ever do it. That doesn't mean I condone it. But I can say that I understand why they do. But
do you understand if you told somebody that you understand why shooting up courthouses, you understand it, is such a really just terrible thing to say to a woman?
Why a cop puts 7 bullets inside of a guy's back whenever he's reaching inside of a car. I understand that too.
Well, I don't understand that. I don't think that's something that we should understand.
The cop wants to go home just as badly as everybody else. He wants to go home alive. And if he has to kill you to go home alive, he'll kill you.
So when you understand why people shoot up courthouses...
And I'll tell you right now, I understand why... Yes, I understand why people do it. Just like the guy in Arkansas that shot the cops and shot at the courthouse in Arkansas. I understand why people do it because they're frustrated. That does not mean I condone it.
Well, then why would you tell that to a clerk?
Why are you too dense to understand that?
At this point, Cozad is so thrown by Stu pressing him on the threat made to the female clerk that Cozad is about to destroy all his arguments that cockfighters are supposedly good people who aren't criminals by admitting that cockfighters want to kill activists. And then Cozad is going to immediately lie about having said that.
The problem here is that you didn't just say that. This wasn't a thought you had while you were driving. You specifically said it to a woman who works at the clerk's office, who's part of the legal system, and you're talking about shooting up courthouses.
Partner, I understand this. I understand why cockfighters and gamecock farmers and other farmers and ranchers, I understand why they talk about killing animal rights idiots.
You understand why cockfighters want to kill people, and you don't understand why that's a criminal thing?
I understand why gamecock farmers and like the Bundys out here in Nevada, I understand, where they had their standoff at the Bunkerville. They had their standoff against the Bureau of Land Management. I understand.
So what you're saying is that cockfighters, cockfighters want to...
Because they get frustrated with the situation and what's going on.
But so you're saying is that you understand why cockfighters want to murder people.
Dumb son of a bitch.
So you understand why cockfighters want to murder people then, which means cockfighters are threatening murder.
Son of a bitch.
No, that's...
motherfucking shit.
You're very emotional.
That's not what I said at all. And you fucking know it. You
I'm listening to you. Oh my goodness. What language? You're very emotional. Do you need a break?
Cozad is so shaken by Stu that he's about to destroy all his arguments that cockfighters are supposedly good people.
If you don't want somebody to get mad, then don't lie.
I'm not lying about anything. You just said you understood why cockfighters want to murder human beings.
Why somebody may want to.
You didn't say somebody. You said cockfighters.
An animal rights idiot. I understand why somebody might want to hurt an animal rights idiot. I understand why somebody may want to cripple or beat the hell out of an animal rights idiot.
Remember Cozad demanding that Stu get a piece of paper and write things down? Cozad is a control freak who can't handle being bested. Here, then, is the call's hilarious ending.
I want you to get a piece of paper and write this down. Cockfighters have cockfighter. I'm telling you. I'm telling you to get a piece of paper. This is very important what I'm going to tell you. Cockfighters are havens for drug dealing. You write it down first. You want to get a nice fountain pen with some blue ink. It'll be very clear.
You don't control this.
Well, we're having a conversation.
I'm not going to get a piece of paper. I'm not going to write anything
Go
down.
get a piece of paper right now.
You get a piece of paper and you write.
Listen, no, you get. I'll tell you what. I want you to get 2 pieces of paper because this is what I have to say is so important. And then I'm going to do is we're going to make it.
And that, folks, is B.L. Cozad, the face of cockfighting in America. If you know about cockfighting locations anywhere in the U.S., please let us know, either by emailing us at tips@sharkonline.org or by calling us at 630-385-0244. I'm Steve Hindy with Showing Animals Respect and Kindness, and we are going to crush cockfighting.
Thank you for watching. Please like and share this video. You can subscribe to our channel to see more of our investigations and learn what you can do to help Shark help animals. To support Shark directly and gain access to exclusive content, consider sponsoring us on Patreon.